Now I will explain economics. Economics is a social science that focuses on the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. The study of economics is primarily concerned with analyzing the choices that individuals, businesses, governments, and nations make to allocate limited resources. I will explain with example. Imagine a small town with a single bakery. The bakery produces bread, which is a good that the townspeople need and want. Here's how economics plays out in this scenario. Production. The bakery must decide how much bread to produce. This involves choices about how much flour, yeast, and other ingredients to purchase, as well as how many workers to employ. The bakery's goal is to produce enough bread to meet the demand of the townspeople without overproducing and wasting resources. And distribution. Once the bread is baked, the bakery needs to distribute it. This might involve selling the bread in their shop, delivering it to local grocery stores, or setting up a stall at the town market. The bakery must decide the best way to get the bread to the people who want to buy it. And consumption. The townspeople decide how much bread to buy based on their needs, preferences, and the price of the bread. Some people might buy more bread if it's on sale, while others might buy less if the price is high. And allocation of limited resources. The bakery has limited resources, flour, yeast, labor, etc., and so do the townspeople. Now I will explain about business economics. Business economics is a field of applied economics that studies the financial, organizational, market-related, and environmental issues faced by corporations. This discipline focuses on how businesses operate, the challenges they encounter, and the strategies they employ to overcome these challenges. Now I would like to give an explanation with examples. Financial issues. Okay, financial issues. Business economics analyzes how companies manage their finances, including budgeting, investing, and forecasting. For example, a corporation might use business economics to decide whether to invest in new technology or expand its operations. This involves evaluating the potential return on investment and assessing the risks involved. Organizational issues. This aspect examines how businesses structure their operations and manage their workforce. For instance, a company might explore different organizational models, such as hierarchical versus flat structures, to determine which model improves efficiency and employee satisfaction. Now, market-related issues. Business economics studies market conditions and competition. For example, a corporation might analyze market trends to identify opportunities for launching new products or entering new markets. It also involves understanding customer behavior and preferences to tailor marketing strategies effectively. And environmental issues. This involves studying the impact of a company's operations on the environment and how to mitigate negative effects. For instance, a corporation might implement sustainable practices, such as reducing waste and carbon emissions, to comply with environmental regulations and enhance its reputation. And concept of scarcity. Business economics addresses the issue of limited resources and how companies allocate them efficiently. For example, a company must decide how to allocate its budget among various departments, such as marketing, research and development, and production, to maximize overall benefit. And production factors. This subject focuses on the inputs required for production, such as labor, capital, and raw materials. For example, a manufacturer might analyze the most cost-effective combination of these factors to produce goods at the lowest cost while maintaining quality. There are two main branches of economics can be made and applied with knowledge of the two main branches of economics known as a macroeconomics and microeconomics. Now I will explain microeconomics. Microeconomics is the branch of economics that focuses on the behavior and decisions of individual economic units, such as households, firms, and industries. It studies how these entities interact within specific markets to allocate limited resources. Microeconomics focuses on the individual parts of the economy, like households and businesses, and their decision-making processes. Then I will explain clearly microeconomic concepts with examples. Supply and demand. The relationship between the availability of a product, supply, and the desire for that product, demand, affects its price. Example: if a new smartphone is released and becomes very popular, the demand for it will increase. If the company producing the smartphone cannot keep up with the high demand, the supply remains limited and the price of the smartphone may increase. Elasticity measures how much the quantity demanded or supplied of a good responds to changes in price. Example: if the price of coffee increases and people still buy it in the same quantities, coffee is considered to have inelastic demand. Conversely, if a small increase in the price of luxury cars leads to a large drop in sales, luxury cars have elastic demand. Marginal utility. The additional satisfaction a consumer gains from consuming one more unit of a good or service. Example: if you eat one slice of pizza, the satisfaction you get from it is high. However, the satisfaction from eating a second slice may be less than the first, and by the fourth or fifth slice, the additional satisfaction, marginal utility, might be very low or even negative. Opportunity cost. The cost of foregoing the next best alternative when making a decision. Example: if a student spends time studying for an economics exam instead of going out with friends, the opportunity cost is the enjoyment they would have received from socializing. Market structures. Different types of market systems, such as perfect competition, monopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic. Now I will explain macroeconomic concepts with examples. 1. Gross domestic product, GDP, the total value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period. Example: if country A produces $1 trillion worth of goods and services in a year, its GDP for that year is $1 trillion. An increase in GDP indicates economic growth. 2. Unemployment rate. The percentage of the labor force that is unemployed and actively seeking employment. Example: If the labor force of a country is 100 million people and 5 million are unemployed and seeking jobs, the unemployment rate is 5%. 3. Inflation. The rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, eroding purchasing power. Example. If the inflation rate is 3%, a product that costs $100 today will cost $103 a year from now, assuming the same rate of inflation. 4. Fiscal policy. Government adjustments to spending levels and tax rates to influence a country's economy. Example. During a recession, a government might increase public spending on infrastructure projects to stimulate economic growth and reduce unemployment. 5. Monetary policy. The process by which a central bank manages the money supply and interest rates to achieve macroeconomic objectives. Example. To combat high inflation, a central bank might raise interest rates to reduce the money supply, making borrowing more expensive and slowing down spending and investment. 6. Balance of payments. A record of all economic transactions between residents of a country and the rest of the world. Example. If a country exports more goods and services than it imports, it has a trade surplus. Conversely, if it imports more than it exports, it has a trade deficit. Thank you for watching video. If you need more educational videos, please like and subscribe my channel.